Hello, my pre-calculus student. In this video, we continue to talk about complex numbers. Now let's go back and review the definition of complex number. Complex number consists the sum of a real numbers and the imaginary numbers. If we go back and show you the map, the Venn diagram, you can see right here complex numbers. It consists the sum of real numbers and the imaginary numbers. Let's begin with the example. In this case, we are going to add or subtract two complex numbers. Let's add these two complex numbers. Even you can look at these two complex numbers, you do not see the real part, you only see the imaginary, but we still call complex numbers. So we have 7i plus 9i. So when you add, you just go ahead and add the coefficient. Think about you adding like term. You only add the coefficient in front of the I. So 7 plus 9, 16, and then bring the I along. You don't add the I. Next one, you go ahead and add this to in this case, it's going to be this to binomial. So you will go add the real with the real part. So you think over here, -5 plus 2 will give you -3. The imaginary number with the imaginary number. So 6i plus -11i will give us -5i. Next, let's subtract two complex numbers. So if you think about, when you add or subtract polynomial, so just very similar here. So again, you go ahead and add the real with the real number with the real numbers. So in this case, we will subtract 2 minus 4 will give us -2. Now be careful right here that since we have a negative in front of another complex number, you think about, go back and review in our algebra 1. If you have a negative in front of your binomial or in front of your polynomial, you have to distribute the -1 to each one of the term inside. So in this case, we will distribute the -1 to the real number and to the imaginary number. So that's why we end up with -4 minus 2. So you can say 2 minus 4 will give you -2. 3i minus 2i will give you 8. Let's look at the next example. We are going to multiply two complex numbers. So in this case, if you go back and review in algebra 1 again, when you multiply two binomials, you can use the box method, you can use the FOIL. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and use the FOIL method here. You can see right here that FOIL. So you will do first term times first term should be 7, or you think about right here the real number times the real number from the next complex. So 4 times 7 is 24. Next, the outside, 4 times 2i is 8i. I'm going to go back with the inside. So 3i times 7 is 21i. 3i times 2i will be 6i squared. Next, we are going to combine the two middle terms. They are like terms. So when we combine, we only add the coefficient. So we have 8 plus 21 will be 29. We do not add the I, so 29i. So we have now 28 plus 29i plus 6i squared. Next, we know that I squared is -1. So we substitute I squared for -1. So now we have 28 plus 29i plus 6 times -1. Now 6 times -1 is -6. So you can go ahead and combine the two real numbers. 28 minus 6 will give us 22, and the imaginary number 29i stay the same. So we have 20. So our product is a complex number. It have the real number is 22 and the imaginary number is 29i. So it's the sum of 22 plus 29i. This will be the end of this video. Make sure you write out your own summary. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.